Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth edition of Toddle Demo Day. We have been working hard behind the scenes on building some really cool stuff and I can't wait to share all of it with you today. This is going to be our most ambitious demo day yet, where we will be showcasing not one, not two, but 12 amazing new features and updates. Some of these are AI-driven innovations that we believe will truly transform teaching and learning, while others are big platform updates designed to make your overall Toddle experience smoother and more intuitive. Before we dive into these updates, I want to take a moment to reflect on why we do what we do. Many of you already know that Toddle started as a passion project in the ICT lab of our own school. This here is Toddle's birthplace. We as a teaching team were frustrated by having to juggle multiple tools for different tasks. One for curriculum planning, another one for assignments, a third one for portfolios, and a fourth one for family communication and reports. It was a really broken experience for us. Some of us in the team, we came from an engineering background, so we thought, let's build a single platform that would seamlessly bring all of a teacher's workflows together. And what began in one school's ICT lab has now grown to support 2,000 plus leading schools worldwide. And the journey over the last 5 years has been nothing short of incredible. We are so grateful for all of you who have been a part of this journey and who continue to share your feedback, helping us improve Toddle every step of the way. At Toddle, our big, hairy, audacious goal, our North Star, is that we want to give each teacher 10 additional hours every week while helping elevate your practices. Now, why is this goal so important? In 2020, McKinsey & Company surveyed 2,000 teachers worldwide to see how they spend their time. And the findings were eye-opening. Teachers work an average of 50 hours a week, yet less than half of that is spent directly interacting with students. Most teachers love teaching, but almost no one loves those late nights of grading, lesson planning, or wrestling with paperwork. We all know that when too much of our work is draining and unfulfilling, it leads to dissatisfaction. The good news is that technology, especially AI, has the power to turn this around. That's why every step we take toward our 10-hour goal excites us. We know it can make a real positive difference for teachers everywhere. So, how are we working towards this goal? We are focusing on three things. First, we are building Toddle as a unified platform for all teaching and learning workflows, so you don't have to keep hopping between multiple tools. Everything you need is in one place. The second thing we are doing is integrating AI deeply into our platform. Our AI journey began 2 years ago with the core belief that AI is at its most powerful when it's woven seamlessly into your everyday teaching workflows, when it works off your data and your context. At Toddle, we don't view AI as just a feature. We see it as a core capability that underpins everything that we do. By embedding AI throughout the platform, we aim to help you work smarter and faster. Whether you are planning lessons, assessing student work, or writing report cards, we want AI assistance to be right there when you need it. We have a lot of updates on this front today, and I'm confident that Toddle now offers the world's most powerful AI suite for schools. And the third thing we are doing is building a very connected ecosystem of integrations so Toddle works seamlessly with all your favorite tools, whether it's Google or Microsoft, whether it's your SIS, or whether it's a content platform that you use at your school. Today, we'll be sharing a lot of updates on this front as well. But before we move ahead, I'd like to play a short video. As some of you might remember, we launched our first version of AI Tutors during our last demo day in December. Let us have a look at the impact it is having.
The impact of Toddle's AI Tutor on students is profound. Students love engaging with it to the point that we're trying to figure out how do we mitigate the use of the AI Tutor so that the novelty doesn't wear off. Students are highly engaged. And they, whether it's for brainstorming or again, they're interacting with a different figure, or whether it's math practice, the fact that it's tailored for them, it really speaks to the students.
It has been something that has been very valuable within our 6th and 7th grade in providing extension of what they're doing within class, specifically around math and science. So we have found mainly that math provides a really good way for creating an extension assignment for the students to check in to see if they are understanding and where they are in their progression of learning, really like you would do with an exit ticket or another way of doing a short formative assessment. That has provided great information to the teachers and another way of looking at how we can analyze the student growth and do that in a quick, effective way.
And one of our humanities teachers also used it to explore a bilingual journey through the Atlantic slave trade. So that was interesting as well, where the learning objective perhaps was about the humanities aspect, but the AI tutor allowed the students to explore that in their own languages, which was wonderful. And in our economics department, they looked at factory to finance and a business costs explorer with AI. And what the teachers really loved was the AI feedback on the individual student as well as the class overview. So the fact that that was instant and relevant, the students saw it, the teachers could see it right away was fantastic.
In early years, what they've done is made an AI tutor and then used it in a station rotation in a station that has the TA or the teacher present. So they can help guide the students through the process of recording their voice input and having the AI speak to them. And they've tended to choose prompts that are very narrative and very engaging for the student. So for example, having the AI help them co-write a story or having the AI help them design their perfect house. And of course, all of those are connected to those EY learning objectives.
I put out surveys to all the students after they've used the AI tutor in multiple different subjects. The feedback was really eye-opening. Many of the things that the students were saying was, it's like ChatGPT, but the opposite. Instead of me setting the questions, the AI tutor sets questions to me. And that really got me thinking. And they also liked how when they didn't understand something, the AI tutor broke it down for them without giving them the answer, really encouraged them to work on thinking of how they could improve themselves. With that in mind, they also really enjoyed beating themselves, getting better, personal bests. How can I get to the next level? And it became quite competitive, but in a good way because they were competing against themselves.
This is really awesome. Hearing these stories gives us the motivation to work harder and build stuff that truly makes a difference to teachers around the world. Now, let's dive into everything we have been working on. The first big update I want to share is the introduction of courses on Toddle. As more middle and high schools joined Toddle, we noticed a structural gap in our platform. Toddle was originally designed with classes at the center. Now, this works great for younger grades, but in middle and high schools, courses are actually the key organizing element. Each student's schedule can be very different, making the idea of a single class less relevant. We also heard from larger schools and school groups that they needed a more seamless way for central curriculum teams to create and share content with all their teachers. To address these needs, we are rolling out the courses feature on Toddle. Going forward, schools will be able to decide whether to build their Toddle environment around classes or courses. Toddle will support creation of two types of courses. First is teacher courses. This is for individual teachers to set up their course flows. And second is blueprint courses. This is more for central curriculum teams to create and distribute curriculum to teachers across multiple classes or campuses. Courses on Toddle come with a beautiful customizable landing page where you can add a banner, a welcome note for your students, and key details about the course. You can define the flow of each course. You can map out units, learning experiences, AI tutors, worksheets, resources, and more. All of this in one place. And you can also align your courses with specific standards for consistent tracking and reporting. We are also introducing a more flexible grading structure so you can configure how each course is assessed. I'll talk more about the grading structure later. Your courses and all the materials in them will roll forward from one school year to the next, saving you time and effort. We are confident that with the addition of courses, Toddle will feel more intuitive for middle and high school teachers as well as for curriculum teams. Next up, I'm excited to share our all-new UI for unit planning. We heard your feedback that the current design can sometimes feel cumbersome, too many clicks, and not the best layout for reading or real-time collaboration. So, we have given it a complete makeover. In this new design, you will find a modern streamlined interface with a left-hand navigation panel and a single continuous scroll. If you need to jump to a different section of your planner, just click the section name in the menu and you will be taken there. We believe this update will make the planning interface more intuitive, improve readability, and make it easier for everyone in your team to collaborate in real time. Next, let's talk about our AI-powered curriculum design assistant. I believe this will be a game changer for teachers. From a curriculum design perspective, Toddle's AI capabilities focused only on lesson planning so far. But now, with our curriculum design assistant, we are bringing the power of AI to course design and unit planning as well. Let me show you how it works with a quick example. Imagine you are teaching a course on globalization and you want to design a unit on international trade and economics. You simply provide the AI with some key details, like your learning goals, as in standards and skills, your time frame, any resources you plan to use. In return, the AI will generate a broad outline of your unit. It will suggest learning experiences to kickstart the unit effectively, ideas for assessments, AI tutors you could use, high quality resources, and maybe also some engaging ways to wrap up the unit. Once you have this initial outline, you can ask the AI to refine it further. For example, you could say, I want to include ancient international trade to provide historical context, and I'd like the final assessment to be a project. The AI will update the outline accordingly. Once you are happy with the outline, you can add it to your unit at the click of a button. You can also tweak the outline manually by rearranging the sequence of activities and resources. You can delete any of the AI-generated suggestions, and you can also insert your own content anywhere. The AI's role here is to just assist you with the planning process, and you always have complete control. Once you have your desired outline in place, you can work with Toddle AI to also flesh out a lesson plan or an assessment in as much depth as you want. It will craft the lesson plan, keeping the context of the unit in mind. It's really powerful. And you might have noticed a new design pattern that we are following here. The left pane for navigation, the central workspace for editing, and the right pane for interacting with the AI assistant. With the AI assistant having the ability to make changes to your central workspace. Going forward, you will see this design pattern getting repeated at a lot of places across Toddle. Now, the example I just showed you focused on creating a new unit, but our curriculum design assistant can do a lot more. It can help you refine existing courses and units or even tackle specific parts of your planner. Let me show you another example here. Here, we have a unit that's essentially a random collection of lesson plans. You can ask the AI to reorganize everything into a logical flow, and in seconds, it will suggest a sequence that makes pedagogical sense. You can even ask the AI to tag relevant standards to all your lessons, and it will do the heavy lifting for you. You don't need to tag every single lesson by hand. Overall, it's a really versatile tool that will empower teachers and curriculum designers to work faster, stay organized, and design richer learning experiences. Next, I'd like to introduce our fully revamped worksheets module. We launched the first version of worksheets on Toddle about a year ago to give teachers a versatile tool to create quizzes and question papers. In just over a year, we have had 100,000 plus worksheets created, and we have received tons of feedback on how to make it better. Today, I'm excited to show you our brand new interface and some really cool features that we have added here. Moving forward, when you create a new worksheet, you will see 4 different starting points for adding questions. Create with AI assistance, import from existing docs or forms, import from Toddle library, or create from scratch. I'll dive deeper into the first two workflows here. First is creating with AI assistants. Simply provide the AI with relevant instructions, any specific resources you want to use, the number of questions, types of questions, and the learning standards you may want to focus on. Within seconds, the AI will generate a set of questions based on your ask. You can then refine those questions either by interacting with the AI for further tweaks or by making manual edits yourself. It's really cool. The second workflow is for importing questions from a pre-existing document. Just upload the document on Toddle and our vision-based AI will convert it into a Toddle worksheet. Once converted, you can again use AI to modify the questions or make manual changes. The big advantage here is that you can now digitally assign the converted worksheet to students within Toddle. We are confident that these improvements will help you create quizzes and assessments faster and better. Next, I'm going to talk about AI-assisted grading, something that will save you tons of time in your day-to-day teaching routine. This has been the #1 feature request ever since we started our work with AI, and I'm so excited to finally show you how it works. Let's start with a simple scenario here. Imagine you are assigning some math problems to your grade 8 class where students are expected to show their work by hand. This is a super common use case on Toddle. And let's assume you have created a checklist to grade the student work. All you need to do is enable AI-assisted evaluation when assigning the task to your students. Once students submit their work, the AI works in the background and automatically does a first pass at evaluating the student work. When you go to see a particular student's work, what you will see is the student's submission, the grading done by the AI using your assessment tool, which was a checklist in this case. You will see a justification for why the AI has graded the student work in a particular way. And you will also see an overall comment highlighting strengths, areas of improvement, and next steps for that student. If you agree with the AI's evaluation, just click Accept AI Evaluation and you are done. If not, you can override any part of it manually. Now, in this example, we used a checklist as an assessment tool and image as a submission format. But our AI-assisted grading workflow works with any assessment tool. Checklists, rubrics, single-point rubrics, score-based evaluation, literally anything. And it also works with any submission format. Documents, presentations, images, PDFs, Toddle workbooks, anything really. Now, the graded math example we looked at was pretty straightforward. We've also been testing our grading model with much more complex assessment tasks, and the results so far have been really encouraging. In fact, we tested it extensively with the IB Diploma Program's extended essay, which is one of the most challenging tasks for high schoolers around the world. What we did was, we gave the AI 30 real extended essays written by students and asked a group of expert IBDP examiners to compare the AI's evaluations with their own. Here's what we found. In 23 out of 30 cases, the expert examiners completely agreed with the grading and feedback done by the AI. In 5 out of 30, they mostly agreed with the AI. And in only 2 out of 30 cases, they felt that the AI had missed the mark. Pun intended. As AI models keep improving, these results will get even better. Now, this might look like magic on the surface, but we have built a very sophisticated process in the background which ensures that there is a high degree of accuracy in the grading done by AI. Our process mirrors how an expert teacher, or rather a team of teachers, would handle assessment evaluations and feedback. Here's a simplistic representation of the process that we are following under the hood. There are two parts to it. The first part is creating an evaluation guide. This is the guide that AI uses to evaluate student work. This happens in 3 steps. First is context analysis. The AI basically studies all your assignment details, like the instructions you might have added, the resources, submission templates, standards, any assessment tools you might have provided. Once the AI has analyzed all the context, it then works towards drafting a baseline solution. In deterministic cases, where an exact solution is possible, like a math problem or a basic science question, the AI generates an exact solution. In non-deterministic cases, for example, writing an essay, the AI creates a flexible outline of an ideal response. Once the AI has the context and the baseline solution, it drafts a detailed evaluation guide for itself. So, for example, if you're using a rubric that has broad criteria, the AI will break it down into specific things to look for in student submissions, just like a seasoned teacher would. So this was about the process of creating the evaluation guide. The second part of the process is to evaluate each student's work based on this evaluation guide. Again, there are 3 steps to this. First is AI reading the student submission. Using our vision technology, the AI reads the student work. This can be in any format. It can be typed, handwritten, in PDF or image. Once the student work has been read, it is assigned to an AI agent. This AI agent now uses the evaluation guide created in the first part to grade the student work and give feedback. Then a second AI agent reviews the first agent's evaluation. Think of it like 2 teachers double checking each other. If the second agent approves the evaluation done by the first agent, the evaluation is published for you to see. If the second agent does not improve, it goes back to the first agent for revisions. This 2 agent architecture that we have created ensures a very high level of accuracy and consistency. And all of this happens on the back end. What you will see is just the final evaluation. Also, this is just version 1. We'll keep refining it based on your feedback. All in all, I'm convinced that AI-assisted grading will be a true game changer for teachers, no matter what grade or subject you are teaching. It will save you hours upon hours of grading, so you can better use that time in guiding and coaching your students one-on-one and designing more authentic assessment tasks. The next thing I want to talk about is improved AI assistance in progress reports. Using AI assistance for writing high-quality personalized progress report comments has been one of the most used features since the launch of Toddle AI. Over the last 18 months, we have had more than 300,000 progress report comments written with the assistance of Toddle AI. We have also got a lot of feedback on how we can make it better. You ask for more context to be passed to AI for comment generation. You ask for more control over the context being passed. And you also ask that the final comment should cite the data sources it is using for comment generation. We are glad to have addressed all of those needs and more. Going forward, whenever you create a progress report comment using AI, you'll be able to see all the available context, and you will be able to select the context you want included in the final comment. If you prefer a quick automated approach, just hit the magic font button and the comment will get generated. You will see all the data sources that were used as context for the comment, so you can be sure of its relevance and quality. Alternatively, if you also have additional anecdotal details you would like to include, you can provide those to the AI and the AI will weave them into the comment. We are confident that this update will help you generate better comments just the way you want. We are also introducing another powerful new workflow for progress report comments, speech-based input. For example, you might say, Abby has shown tremendous improvement in math this term. I loved the effort she put into her capstone project, and her observations during the math museum visit were spot on. The AI will analyze your speech input and convert your unstructured voice note into a structured, thoughtful comment. In fact, we are expanding speech-based input across all AI interactions on the platform. Whether you are planning lessons, generating worksheets, or working with AI tutors, our goal here is to make your interactions with Toddle feel more natural and ultimately boost the quality of everything that you create. Now, before we dive into the rest of today's announcements, I want to pause and reflect on the real-life impact these innovations can have for teachers. If we go back to the McKinsey study I referenced earlier, it showed that teachers spend about 10.5 hours a week on prep work. With our curriculum design assistant and AI-powered worksheets, we believe we can cut that prep time by about 50%, potentially giving teachers 5 hours back every week. And even if you choose to keep spending the same amount of time on prep, the quality of the resources and lessons you create will be better than ever. Teachers also spend around 6.5 hours per week on evaluation and feedback. Now, thanks to AI-assisted grading, AI-powered progress reports, and AI tutors in Toddle, we believe that number can also be reduced by at least half. Again, if you decide to keep investing the same amount of time on evaluation and feedback, you will be able to provide deeper one-on-one coaching and feedback to your students. All of this means that we are inching closer to our North Star of helping teachers save 10 hours every week. When we first defined this goal 3 years ago, we thought it would take a decade to achieve. But with AI, our progress has accelerated beyond what we could have imagined. And that's why we are investing so heavily in this technology, and why Toddle now provides the world's most powerful AI suite for schools. We now support teachers at every step of your journey. And we're just getting started here. We'll keep improving on the current features and will also be announcing many new innovations over the next few months. As we ramp up our AI investments, we remain acutely aware of the substantial energy demands these technologies can entail. Sustainability sits at the core of our values, and we have set a goal to become fully carbon neutral by this June. Actually, we are already 80% of the way there. To be completely transparent about the steps we are taking and to help others follow suit, we will soon be publishing a comprehensive white paper detailing our initiatives to measure, mitigate, and ultimately eliminate our carbon footprint. We believe this will pave the way for more responsible innovation in AI. All right, now let's talk about our updated roles and permission architecture. Until about a year ago, Toddle only supported 4 fixed roles: teachers, administrators, students, and family members. And each of these roles had their own set of predefined permissions. We heard loud and clear from you that this setup didn't offer the flexibility schools needed. Although we did introduce a few tweaks along the way, those changes still weren't enough for many of you. So, we are completely revamping our roles and permissions architecture. We have now built a much more flexible structure that includes 10 plus roles covering all aspects of school operations. And we have built it in a way that you now have really granular control over the permissions associated with each role. You can now enable or disable specific modules. For instance, you may want only a few staff members using the attendance module. And within modules, you can determine who gets to use which functionality. You can also set view edit permissions for different features. So if you want someone to view attendance data but not change it, you can do that too. In other words, you will be able to customize who sees what and who does what down to the smallest detail. We believe this change will make Toddle far more adaptable for the wide variety of roles present in a school setting. Next is our revamped attendance and timetable module. 4 years ago, we started with a basic daily attendance feature in Toddle. Since then, we have been continuously building on our attendance and timetable capabilities to meet the needs of a wide range of schools. Over the last 6 months, we have made major improvements that make our attendance and timetable modules more configurable and also far more integrated with other systems. I can confidently say that Toddle now offers one of the most advanced attendance and timetabling solutions out there. We know a lot of schools still aren't using Toddle for attendance, so I want to take this opportunity to highlight the key capabilities we have built. We have designed our attendance module in a way that it's extremely flexible. You can mark attendance as per your preferred workflow. You can mark attendance once a day, for every period, or even follow a hybrid approach. You can follow a weekly schedule or create your own custom rotation cycles. There's a lot of flexibility that Toddle offers with respect to creating your own rotation cycles. And you can also define your own attendance categories and codes, assigning specific values to those codes so that calculating student attendance is seamless. We have designed our attendance module to be really intuitive and feature-rich at the same time. You can mark attendance in bulk, families can request for excusals, you can define your attendance thresholds, set automated reminders, and also set consecutive absence results. We are introducing a new timetable widget right on your homepage where you will be able to see your daily schedule and teaching locations. From this widget, you will be able to quickly mark attendance and even handle last-minute substitutions. The other key aspect of our attendance and timetable modules is seamless integrations. For your timetabling setup, you can easily bring in data from ASC timetables, EdVal, timetabling solutions, or your SIS. We also support integrations for attendance data with popular SISs, so you can push the attendance information directly back to your SIS without any manual hassle. Inside Toddle itself, attendance data automatically flows into report cards, student profiles, and anywhere else you need it. And we have also built robust analytics views to help you better visualize your attendance data. We have built visualizations at the campus level, grade level, class level, and at the student level. You can slice and dice the data however you want and also export the attendance data to play with it. Overall, we believe this is a truly powerful module and we would love for more schools to take advantage of it. If you haven't tried our attendance and timetabling features yet, please reach out to your Toddle buddy and they'll help you get set up. The next thing we are revamping is the way your homepage on Toddle works. Right now, when you log into Toddle, you land on a program-specific homepage, something like this. That means if you're an admin or a teacher mapped to multiple programs, you are constantly switching between different screens. It's not really the smoothest experience. To fix this, we are introducing personalized home pages for every user. Think of it like customizing your phone's home screen. On your phone, you select the apps you need. Here, you will choose the widgets you need. We have built widgets for your school banner, courses and classes, a quick access widget for all the different modules, assignments, external links, and of course the new timetable widget I mentioned earlier. So when you log in, you will only see the features you use most right away with no extra clicks. We hope this update makes your overall Toddle experience faster and more seamless. The next big thing I want to share is our completely reimagined grading setup and a faster gradebook. Over the past year, we have partnered with 20 schools across Australia, Asia, Europe, and the Americas to deeply understand the varied grading needs of schools. Based on everything we learned, we have redesigned the way standards are uploaded on Toddle, the way grade scales are configured on Toddle, and how they are linked to subjects or courses. All in all, Toddle now offers the most unified and flexible grading solution in the world. Whether you prefer standards-based or mastery-based approaches, score-based assessments, points, percentages, or proficiency scales, Toddle is equipped to handle it. Our goal is to give you a clear, comprehensive view of student achievement, whatever grading style you use. Let's see what standards-based grading looks like on Toddle. The first step is to set up your standards. You can pick from a pre-built library of 300 plus standard sets or upload your own. Then, using a really intuitive interface, you can map specific grades to your standards, designate power standards, and also add custom tags. You can then decide if you will grade each standard individually or use a roll-up method. Next, you will set up your grade scales. You can create as many grade scales as you need. You can create numeric grade scales like a 4-point or a 10-point scale or descriptive grade scales depending on your school's assessment philosophy. While doing this, you can also specify exactly how you define mastery. Once your grade scales are set up, just map them to your standards. It's very straightforward. Now, many schools would stop here, but if you are deep into mastery-based learning, you can go one step further and spell out detailed descriptors for every standard aligned to your grade scale. You can craft these descriptors manually yourself or let the AI do the heavy lifting for you, and it will do it at the click of a button. And finally, to give you flexibility on how the final grade gets calculated, we have added options like averages, median, power law, and recency-based scoring. All of this is inspired by what we heard from you. After everything's set up, you will see your mastery gradebook. It's super visual and easy to navigate. We have added quick keyboard actions and bulk options for faster workflow. Clicking on any cell shows you a student's entire past record on that standard. And you will also find data filters to slice and dice the data any way you like, plus an export feature if you would rather work with the data outside Toddle. I'm confident that no other platform offers this level of depth and flexibility for implementing mastery and competency-based learning, and I'm super proud of what our team has built here. So, this was about standards-based grading. Toddle also offers a very robust framework for score-based grading. This has been around for a while and it continues to evolve. The setup is pretty straightforward. You create assessment categories and weights, choose your final score calculation method, and define how scores convert into final grades. We already have many schools using the score-based grading framework and the feedback so far has been great. So, if you're already a Toddle school and would like to learn more about the grading possibilities that Toddle offers, please do reach out to your Toddle buddy. Next, I'd like to highlight our improved analytics module. We are always looking for ways to enhance Toddle's data analysis capabilities, and we are happy to introduce new dashboards that bring your data to life. We have added new dashboards for platform usage, letting you see how different people in your school are engaging with key modules like planning, portfolios, and assignments. We have also enhanced our student performance dashboards so you can compare performance data across terms. And we have added improved visualizations that make the data easier to read at a glance. We have also built brand new dashboards for our behavior management or pastoral care module. And these dashboards will give you a bird's eye view of school-wide incidents, including category-wise breakdowns and trend analysis over time. So those were all the updates I had to share about analytics. And lastly, I would like to talk about updates on integrations. It is our constant endeavor to make Toddle work seamlessly with all your favorite tools so you can work in a state of flow. Over the last few months, we have built deep integrations with 11 new platforms. That is Edpuzzle, Quizzes, ClickView, ASC Timetables, Edval, Timetabling Solutions, Central, Compass, Synergetic, TAS, and Civica. To give you a sense of all the integration capabilities that Toddle offers, here's a quick overview. We offer really deep integrations with the Google and Microsoft ecosystems for single sign-on, embedding drive resources, and supporting submission templates from shared drives and SharePoint. We have integrated with 25 plus SIS partners. And with many of these, we have also built really deep integrations to enable single sign-on into Toddle, as well as syncs for rosters, class schedules, calendar events, grades, and attendance. We have built integrations with 50 plus other EdTech tools, whether it be point solutions, content providers, timetabling solutions, extracurricular management platforms, and a host of other tools. We are constantly adding to our integration capabilities to make Toddle work better for you, and you will see a lot of updates from our side on this in the coming months. All right, so those were all the new announcements for today. I know it was a long list, so here is a quick summary of everything we announced today along with their go-live dates. The updated roles and permissions architecture, the revamped attendance and timetable modules, the new analytics dashboard, and the new integrations I mentioned earlier are all live on the platform, and you can start using them right off the bat. The course structure, the new UI for unit planning, the curriculum design assistant, the next-gen worksheets, and improved AI assistance and progress reports will be available by the end of May. And AI-assisted grading, the personalized homepages, and the new grading setup will be available by July of this year, in time for the start of the new school year in most of the Northern Hemisphere. And that's it for today, folks. Before we wrap up, I want to give a huge shout out to the entire Toddle team. We are now a group of 300 plus educators, designers, and engineers spread across 17 countries, all united by the mission of making teachers' lives easier. We work incredibly hard to bring you these new features, and we promise to keep on innovating. We have got some truly exciting developments in the pipeline, and I can't wait to share them with you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Until next time.